Hi, welcome to Stop Your Sessions Failing Part 4. In this session we're going to look at timings and transitions and the difference they can make to your coaching. When planning your sessions, if you've got a lot of time in your hands, you like to get there early, get set up and have all your different areas laid out, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But not everyone's blessed with that amount of time. So a little quick win in my belief is when you set the session up, think about how you can transition from one part to the next. And what you want to try and avoid is within your session having lots of time to then set up. If you're only having an hour contact time with your players, the last thing you want to be doing is spending 20-15 minutes that session picking up cones, setting new areas out, moving equipment around, because ultimately you want to spend as much time coaching as you can. But think about your sessions and how you can have seamless transition from the warm-up to the main part to the game at the end. How can that be seamless? Okay, well, a lot of that's to do with equipment as well, which we talked about previously. Can you have it out set up ready? Are your bibs there? Are your cones there? So even if you have to set up new areas, all equipment's there to do so straight away. Using colours in terms of your cones is obviously a good thing as well, because it means you can easily distinguish between one area to the next. So if your warm-up's using blue cones and your main part is in yellow cones, it's easily recognisable to the players and often they can respond a lot quicker to that. A big bugbear of mine in coaching is lines and cues. Now I appreciate in some drills this is unavoidable. You have to have players lined up waiting their turn. But again, going back to the contact time, if you are limited to 1 hour, even 2 hours a week, it's not a lot of time. So to maximise that time, the last thing you want to be doing is getting groups in lines, particularly with the younger age groups. All you're doing is increasing their chances of being distracted, messing about, and not taking on board what you want them to. So try and plan sessions that incorporate the whole squad that can be maximised, even if it means you've got to set up 2 areas. So for example, you have 16 players, and the drill you want to focus on doesn't really work with 16 players. Okay, so you have 2 separate areas of 8. So if it's a 3v3 plus 2 on one side, the other side just replicate it. You demonstrate it with one group and the other group do it on the other side. If you've got 2 coaches, obviously this is a lot easier. But even if you only have yourself, you can quite easily position yourself in the middle of 2 groups and keep an eye on what's going on in both groups. This will allow, for a lot smoother transition between sessions, and it means that you keep track of your timings. Even in breaks, with my players that want to go to get a drink of water, I'll give them 2 minutes. I'll count that down as it approaches the end, so they know when the timing's up, I want them back in, I want refocus, and we're going again. This all adds up to more contact time, more better coaching, and more efficient coaching. If you can't avoid having lines and cues in your sessions, then maybe think about what role the players can be doing whilst they're in that line. Is there something there they can be doing? Maybe it's a theory thing they've got to think about, and maybe it's some sort of feedback they've got to give, so whilst they're watching there, they've got to pick a player, watch what they're doing, and when you call time on the session, or time on that specific part of the session, can you then feedback that player on some information that they did well, and also an area to improve. That way, at least when they are in the lines or the cues, the timing is not being wasted, it's being used for something productive. Give it a go, and let us know how you get on. Thank you.